UEFA Women's Europa League title. Kabzere, who is also a midfielder on the books of a French club, Montpellier, has also been called up to the squad. And remember, the winners on aggregator will secure a place at the 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, scheduled to take place in Poland later in the month of September. From there, now to the domestic scene regarding women's football. The regular season of the Nigeria Women's Football League has now climaxed yesterday, Wednesday, with decisive outcomes across all centers. Our Sunshine Queens and Oshun Babes have now been relegated despite their wins on the final day. Starting in Lagos, Robo Queens sealed top spot in Group B with a 2-1 victory over Nasarawa Amazons as they maintained a perfect home record. 9 wins in 9 matches in Lagos, making it a fortress. Former Madrid CF star Okpeyemi Ajakai opened the scoring in the 24th minute with a 6th goal of the campaign as Oluwakemi Adegboye doubled the lead shortly after the restart, taking a tally to 8. Ayatse Mbafama reduced the deficit in the 65th minute, but the visitors couldn't find an equalizer in Lagos. In another venue, it was a 5-goal thriller in Ikene as Dana's ladies came from behind to defeat Remo Stars ladies 3-2 in the Southwest Derby. Chiamaka Ojialo added the host an early advantage, but the Ivory Girls responded in a emphatic fashion as Fatima Solati, Zainab Raji and Ajoke Akimbo struck to swing the contest in favor of the visitors with a late own goal. Added late drama as held on to secure their top flight status in Benin City, Edo State. The Samalugbe Mudia Stadium came alive as Edo Queens strengthened their title credentials with a 2-1 win over Rivers Angels. In another venue, Delta Queens produced one of the most emphatic results of the day as they defeated Oshun Babes 3-0 in Nasaba at the Stephen Keshi Stadium. Titilayo Awada scored twice inside the opening 20 minutes before Anastasia Tefa added the third after the interval, confirming Oshun Babes relegation in the Abia Derby. Audiam Queens ended their debut in the top flight campaign on a positive note with a 1-0 victory over Abia Angels, courtesy of Lovett Edes' second half strike. Ekiti Queens recorded one of the shocks of the day as the edge Group A leaders and the defending champions of the NWFL, the Bayelsa Queens in Ado Ekiti. While Joke Adeyemi scoring the decisive goal in the 4th minute of the encounter. Sunshine Queens in their own encounter in Akure closed their campaign with a 2-0 win over Conference Queens as Lolade Akintele and Bumi Adenuga were the goal scorers, but that victory wasn't enough to keep them away from relegation in the NWFL. Atlant Queens on their own secured a narrow 1-0 win over Damao Queens in Owerri as Chimbere Okpara scoring the only goal in the contest. Right in Ibadan, the Arewa Oyo, that is the Pesera Queens carried out a 1-0 draw with Nigeria Tales in that fixture. Well, before that fixture, both sides were already guaranteed a relegation from the NWFL as both sides at the bottom of the table. Janet Achuku put the visitors ahead just before Samantha Victor equalized, but both sides, as I said, were unable to escape relegation from Group A. And at the end of the regular season, Bayelsa Queens, Do Queens and Rivers Angels qualified for the Super 6 from Group A, while Robo Queens, Nasarawa Amazons and Abia Angels progressed from Group B. So right now, it is the likes of Pesera Queens and Nigeria Tales who were relegated from Group A, while Sunshine Queens, Oshun Babes and Conference Queens dropped from Group B, bringing an end to the Premiership campaigns. And right now, up next is the Super 6 playoffs to determine the overall champions of the NWFL right here in Nigeria. Well, right now, moving straight to men's football, giving you updates from the NNL, that's the Nigeria National League Super 4 competition, currently going down in Ikenne, Ogun State. Inter Lagos responded to their opening day defeat at the NNL Super 4 with a control 2-0 victory over Ranchers Bees of Kaduna in Ikenne yesterday, Wednesday, boosting their chances of a strong finish in the competition. Well, remember, in their opening game, they suffered a 1-0 loss on Monday, but right now responded with that victory over Ranchers Bees. Well, the first half proved evenly balanced before Kuyuma Kinkpelu capitalized on the space inside the box to fire a powerful effort in the 47th minute, giving Inter Lagos that 1-0 lead and shifting the momentum of the game. So right now, it is all to play for in the NNL Super 4, because right now, Inter Lagos will conclude their fixtures on Friday with a Lagos derby against Sporting Lagos, a match expected to carry a whole lot of intensity as both sides aim to end the campaign with the second-tier trophy of the NNL. So it's all to play for right there in the NNL Super 4. So right now, let us now switch gears and give you updates regarding football stories from the continent of Africa. Well, let us start ahead of the FIFA World Cup, where the U.S. Embassy in Dakar, Senegal, has reportedly denied visa applications for 6 officials of the Senegalese Football Federation ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And amongst those affected is the Vice President of the Federation, raising fresh concerns over access and participation logistics for African football administrators in lead up to the global tournament. Our sources indicate that the visa refusals were issued despite existing provisions expected to facilitate entry of accredited football official teams and delegates connected to the FIFA World Cup. And this development has now sparked unease within African football circles as the stakeholders question the consistency of U.S. immigration policies and the preparations intensify ahead of the FIFA World Cup to be co-hosted by the U.S., Canada and Mexico. Well, we're still awaiting official statement from the Senegalese Football Federation as the situation adds to growing concerns that visa restrictions could pose challenges ahead of Africa's football showpiece on the continent of Africa. But of course, we monitor with keen interest a whole lot set to go down regarding the FIFA World Cup.
The Hitmaker.
Yes, still with football on the continent of Africa, let us give you update regarding the CAF Confederation Cup. Well, later this weekend, on Saturday, we'll be seeing the final of the CAF Confederation Cup. But the first leg, as you know, CAF competitions are being played on home and away basis. Well, the first leg will be in Algiers as USM Alger will be facing Zamalek of Egypt on Saturday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. The first leg of the CAF Confederation Cup. And of course, this is a game that has been having a whole lot of back and forth off the field of play, as some teams are rejecting the appointment of a certain referee to be in charge of that game. Of course, we'll be giving you details in our subsequent sport programs, but right now it's time for us to have a short break as we take a trip to the commercial segment. When we return, Sport Tit Bits will continue. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Nàìjíríà, ilẹ̀ tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó sì ń gbé ní ìrẹ́pọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n báwo la ṣe lè fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ àti pé báwo la ṣe lè ní àǹfààní sáwọn tó ṣe pàtàkì. Ẹ wá gbọ́, àgbékalẹ̀ ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan POA lábẹ́ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ àdúgbò tó ń gbé wà fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ètò ààbò tó fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀. ẹ jẹ́ ká fojú inú wò ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ tó dájú tó sì jẹ́ látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tó wà ìrọ̀rùn gbáà ni.
pẹ̀lú ìwé ẹ̀rí mi tuntun ó rọrùn fún mi láti yáwó ní báńkì mi wọ́n rí àrídájú ibi tí mò ń gbé inú mi sì dùn gan.
mo lo tèmi fún okòwò mi ó yára ó sì dájú kódà àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn ràn mí lọ́wọ́ láti tọ́ mi sọ́nà. ìforúkọsílẹ̀ àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ jẹ́ ètò tó dájú tí ó sì lè ṣe àwọn àǹfààní sílẹ̀ fún gbogbo ènìyàn. ìwé ẹ̀rí yìí yóò dáàbò bo ọjọ́ ọ̀la rẹ yóò fòpin sí ìwà ọ̀daràn tí ètò ààbò tó péye yóò sì wà pẹ̀lú fún gbogbo ènìyàn. fi ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ hàn lónìí jẹ́ ká jọ gbé orílẹ̀-èdè yìí gòkè àgbà kàn sí àwọn ilé ìfìwéránṣẹ́ àti ibùgbé ìforúkọsílẹ̀ tá a ti yà sọ́tọ̀.
ìkéde ìwà láti ọ́fíìsì akọ̀wé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí NIPOST àti ALGON.
Welcome back from that commercial break. You're still on to Tit Bits right here from the mother station in Ibadan, Oluyole 98.5 FM. We're also live on Okyogo 96.3 FM and Agility 92.1 FM. I'm your host, Obia Joel, still giving you stories from the world of sport regarding the FIFA World Cup and even wider football stories from the doorstep of FIFA. Well, yesterday, Wednesday, World Football Governing Body FIFA has now announced it has extended the suspension worldwide of Gianluca Prestiani, that's winger of Benfica, who was originally banned by Europeans governing body UEFA. Well, Argentina's Prestiani was handed a 6-game ban with 3 of them suspended for discriminatory conduct in the first leg of the of the UEFA Champions League playoff tie against Real Madrid on February 17th, and Madrid forward Vinicius Junior accused the 20-year-old Prestiani of racism as they clashed on the field, which Prestiani denies. As the two argued, Prestiani spoke to Vinicius while covering his mouth, with the Brazilian subsequently complaining to the referee, leading to the match being suspended for 10 minutes. And quoting a statement from FIFA, the FIFA disciplinary committee has decided to extend the 6-match ban imposed by UEFA on Benfica player Gianluca Prestiani to have worldwide effect, and this sanction has been extended in accordance to Article 70 of FIFA Disciplinary Code. The full statement released by FIFA, and Prestiani, who made his only international appearance last November, has already served one match of his suspension, missing the Champions League playoffs second leg. And following FIFA's decision, former Vélez Sarsfield player would miss holders Argentina's 2 opening games of the FIFA World Cup, which takes place in the US, Canada and Mexico between June 11th to July 19th. And yes, from there, let us move straight to Brazil, where Neymar Jr. says he crossed the line as he has apologized to his Santos teammate Robinho Jr. for slapping the teenager during a training session. The Brazilian club opened an investigation after the 18-year-old forward reportedly accused Neymar of delivering a violent slap to the face.
TG the Hitmaker.
And right now, they have now cleared the air and said on Tuesday that the incident at the training center was all sorted. While the former Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain forward are celebrating scoring for Santos during Tuesday's 1-1 draw with Recoleta in the Copa Sudamericana, hugged the substitute Robinho Jr., who is the son of his former Brazil teammate and ex-Manchester City and Real Madrid attacker Robinho. And he said, he's a boy I like very much, for whom I have a special affection. It happens in football. You argue with your friend, your brother. The words of Neymar as he has apologized to Robinho Jr. Right now, let us switch gears as we talk about the UEFA Champions League, because right now the final pairing has now been confirmed. We saw the second leg, second semi-final concluded yesterday at the Allianz Arena. Well, we thought it would be a 9-goal thriller from the first leg that we saw by the end of proceedings. We saw PSG start like a house on fire as Ousmane Dembele opened scoring in the 3rd minute, but the game dragged on without 1-0 scoreline until Harry Kane scored a late goal in the 4th minute of added time to ensure that game ended 1-1 at the Allianz Arena, and on aggregate it was Bayern Munich 5, Paris Saint-Germain 6. So right now the UEFA Champions League now serves us a very tasty tie, because on the 30th of May at the Puskás Arena in Budapest, Hungary, it will be Paris Saint-Germain taking on Arsenal in this season's UEFA Champions League. And of course, I won't be discussing this story alone. I have Dakpo, I also have Yinka joining me as we discuss the ramifications for this UEFA Champions League game. Starting with Yinka, I believe you saw that game last night between both sides, and for Bayern playing in front of their home fans yesterday. What was your takeaway from last night's game?
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful Thursday. I'll check.
Well, Yinka, I'll pause your thoughts. Because I'm struggling to hear you. Just come on, maybe come and change your microphone, and maybe you stay beside Dakbo, and maybe we can hear you share your thoughts regarding yesterday's Champions League game.
Well, good morning, everyone. And of course, it's a beautiful Thursday morning. Yeah, that game, actually, I was actually impressed with what Luis Enrique did. And I knew that it will definitely, come down to the wire. The fact that PSG defended, that after that goal from Dembele, like, it really shows that, okay, they really know what they are doing. They really want to go all in for it. And of course, the fact that it's a final rematch now, the rematch between PSG and Arsenal now, the fact that Arsenal and PSG are going to have this rematch, it's one to watch out for, it's one to look out for. So, and I just love what the manager did, and the fact that they were able to do this at the home of Bayern Munich, talking about the Allianz Arena, it even makes it all the more impressive. And when you just look at that game, I knew that goals won't be as much as that. Mm-hmm. It was definitely certain, but I was actually expecting like a 2-1, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1 kind of situation again. But then what really happened, I just like the fact that it was after that 3rd goal, they make sure that they actually defended. In fact, I was actually surprised that they don't even attack. So it's a final to watch out for.
It's a final to watch out for. World Dakpo, I don't know, what do you have to say about last night's game between both sides?
Yeah, good morning to all our listeners at home. Yeah, just the game was very interesting. Like, after Dembele scored, they started defending, and everybody was blaming Arsenal. Arsenal is always playing around football. That was the same thing PSG did yesterday, because if they should continue what they did in the first leg and do it in the second leg, Bayern Munich they were going to equalize. But I don't know, maybe they are using PSG as their favorites to get to the final, because I saw so many things that happened on the field of play yesterday that I saw someone, a player. I mean, there was handball inside the penalty box, but they did not pick it. So many things happened in that play yesterday that I feel like they wanted PSG to qualify, but now let me just say congratulations to PSG and Arsenal for getting to the final. Also congratulations to everybody that participated in the final, and also to Kawashila for getting a goal and assist. I think he's the first player to do something like that. So, well, congratulations to PSG. They did not deserve it in my own face, because I saw so many sports journalists saying that this is the last game to the final, that the ref will have to free everybody to play their own game. But I don't see it like that. When there's an handball inside the penalty and you cannot even check the VAR. So what's the essence of having VAR, and what is the essence of congratulations to PSG and Arsenal.
Congratulations to PSG and Arsenal, the words of Dakwa there. So right now we'll be having a final, PSG versus Arsenal, come May 30th, and still starting with Dakwa. Early prediction, PSG versus Arsenal.
Arsenal to win.
Arsenal to win. Now let me go straight to Yinka to also have a thought of PSG versus Arsenal. Do you think Arsenal would finally break that UEFA Champions League course come May 30th?
Well, I'm actually going to root for them, Sha. I'm actually going to root for Arsenal. So even though people are actually writing Arsenal, so it will be a slim. Yeah, I'm thinking 2-0, 2-1.
2-0, 2-1 in favor of Arsenal. Well, those are the early predictions of the guys. Well, you've heard them speak, but not to worry. This discussion doesn't end here. Of course, later tomorrow we'll be back here for another edition of Spotted Beats. So right now we'll be dropping anchor on the program, and yes, tomorrow morning 7:30, Spotted Beats will be back here, and of course I will be giving you the latest in the world of sport. My name is Toby Ajewele. On behalf of the guys in the studios, we say thank you for joining us. Do you enjoy the rest of your day? We will see you next time.
Àwa làgbà.